Hello and welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me again for another night of Facebook Live. I also like to take time out to recognize those that catch the replay from YouTube and or SoundCloud. I am your host, Anntricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. It is indeed a blessing to be here with you tonight. As you can see, I'm here tonight with my special guest co-host, Miss Talia Jackson, once again. She is definitely in the house. Tonight I come to remind you to move toward your greatness. Tonight I come just to remind you guys to move toward your greatness. And as you guys are logging on with me, feel free to like and share this video. Feel free to like and share this video. You gonna beat the screen? Yeah. Can you say hi tonight? Yeah. Can you tell them hi? Say hi. Hi. So Miss Talia, if you guys know, she's turned 2, so we getting to see her grow up and develop like never before. She coming into her own little bin. She's tired and probably about ready for bed, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon as I sit here. But I appreciate you guys dropping by tonight. Hey, Diane, how are you, baby? Glad you're here. I won't hold you long. I just come to remind somebody to continue to move toward your greatness, because I noticed that sometimes, when we make up in our mind that we're ready to move forward and that we're ready to take on other dynamics of our life, sometimes it's easy to get distracted in all the noise that goes on around us. I talked last night a little bit about having that fear of success, having that anxiety that comes along with taking on new ground and stepping out into new territory. And so it's easier for us to make excuses to not to continue to stay focused on what we know we are destined and purposed to do, and just stay where we are at in that place of complacency and to make excuses. And so if that is you tonight, I just come to remind you with just a simple message, is to continue to move toward your greatness. And only you know what that is. So many people are in the way of, in between you hearing them and you hearing your Creator and understanding what your Creator has lined out for you to do in this life. And so I don't want you to focus so much on what other people are telling you, all these prophecies and things like that are going before you, too much that you lose focus on what your Creator is saying. Because we're living in the times now to where sometimes, it's hard to distinguish what we're really hearing. It's hard to distinguish if we're really hearing from the Lord our God, or if we're hearing what other people are saying, or what other people are trying to manipulate to control in our lives. So I want you to really focus on that. Really get in a quiet place. Really get to a place to where you have that alone time. And this is where so many of us miss the mark. It's because we're hearing all this stuff, but our minds are so clouded with the distractions throughout the day that we don't know if we're hearing God or not. And also, I hear people saying all the time, I'm seeing them talking about pray about it, pray about it, pray about it. The only thing that I see with praying all the time about something is that you're the one doing all the talking. You're the one making all the requests. You're the one making all the noise. Sometimes in order to hear God's voice, you have to steal away in a still, quiet place. Sometimes in order to hear Him, You have to break away from the distractions. You have to get out of your own mind, out of your own thoughts, uh, and just steal away and be quiet. And see, that's something that people don't want to tell you. Everybody wants to try to be a wonder and give you answers, and they quick to say, pray about it, pray about it, pray about it. I think sometimes it's good to sit and be quiet. I think sometimes it's good to sit in a place of meditation. I think sometimes that we forget that there is a thing that's called worship. And worship is deep within our spirit, it's deep within our soul. And I don't believe oftentimes that true worship comes out through our mouth. I think it's in that deepest place of our hearts, which is also in our mind. So I think that, sometimes we need to rethink what it is we're listening to, and taking all this advice and affirmation and stuff for people, and really consider whether or not are we listening to our Creator. Are we really hearing from the divine and what His purpose and what His desire is for our life? So I want to encourage you, no matter what it looks like, no matter how much ground you have made, to continue to move in the direction of your greatness. And you take that up with the man above. You take that up with the man who lives within. You take that up with the divine, whatever that looks like for you. Like I said, I'm not going to hold you long. As you see, I have guests tonight, but I just wanted to stop in here to remind you of that. I'll be right back here tomorrow night at 10 p.m. I am Anntricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. Good night, everybody.